affecting many northern areas today, but it's unusual for rain across Northern Ireland and also Northern England. Leaves on those ice bars. So across these
Oh man, 60-mile-an-hour winds came. Okay, day 3. This is the long day from Rowardenan up to Crianlarich. This is meant to be 20 miles. Now yesterday was meant to be 14 miles, but we did 16 in the end, so it's going to be a long one. Our cold bath yesterday was good. My chicken pitas for dinner last night was good. Our fried full Scottish breakfast this morning was good. And the weather just now is not bad. It's cloudy, it's a little bit windy, but it's dry. As in, look, you can see the ground is actually dry at some points. However, the weather reports have been that it's massive rain, massive gale force winds everywhere. So I think it's a case of we've got to get as far as possible before the rain really starts to beat us later on. I think at 12 o'clock is when it's going to be really worse. So today we're leaving in a full hour earlier than yesterday. Yesterday we left at 9:35, today is just 8:30. So we're a good hour ahead. But yeah, some pretty awesome hills around here. Ben Lomond is one of the big hills around here, which I think might be, I don't know, there's quite a few big ones around here, but they all look pretty awesome. Can't really be bothered climbing any hills today. Just want to see if we can actually cover the 20 miles. But that's the hills, and that's the views that we're walking past. Pretty cool place. Nice and bright as well, just now. But quite windy. So, according to the map, this is the very edge of the no camping zone. So, yesterday we went from Dryman up to Rowardenan, and the Ptarmigan Lodge is meant to be the very edge of this red area, which is the restricted camping zone. But the Ptarmigan Lodge looks like a pretty kind of like something out of a horror film or a scary movie. It's like, look at its sign to go down to the Ptarmigan Lodge. It's like, Ptarmigan Lodge. Not sure I'd be a fan of staying in that place. Maybe. Kim is now wearing.
Kim's got her iPod on. She has no idea I'm filming her just now, but she's put it on instead of listening to an audiobook and learning anything. She's just got it on some crappy dance tunes at the moment, and he's dancing away the West Highland way. So what we're doing, we're walking kind of along the banks of Loch Lomond, but we're up a little bit higher up through the trees. Although we can hear the wind really strong, it doesn't seem to be actually hitting us. Lots of cute little waterfalls every kind of like 50 metres or so. So we passed a load of them, and not much of a view at this point. And another one, very cute little waterfalls. Creepy forest, that's for sure. Now look at that. Anything that's creepy, that's creepy. It's beautiful, but creepy. Let's go follow Kim dancing away. Such a loser. Kim obviously got bored with all my intelligent mathematical questions I was asking her, so she's just shoved on her headphones and ignoring me. Meanwhile, I'm looking at the beautiful landscape and all the cute. There's another waterfall.
Lovely.
Cute little waterfall, cool green stuff. I really wish there was a deer or a big like stag or something. Okay, I'll take a picture of you in front of this waterfall. Okay. I really reckon geologists and naturists would love this kind of area. So the stones, look how old and like coolness they are, and then the trees going way off into there, and just how that tree is like straight into the stones there. Really kind of thick forested stuff. There's also the odd noise that you hear from the forest. and you think, what the hell was that? And it's not birds, it's actually just the trees squeaking. The trees squeaking or rubbing against each other, or branches falling down. So see if you were doing this on your own, or even when it was properly dark, this place would scare the crap out of you. And you can easily imagine how in the olden days, whenever people didn't have cars or transport or anything, and this was actually how people got around, you can easily understand how they made up stories like Hansel and Gretel and the three wolves or bears or whatever it is, all that kind of stuff. When you just see forests, granted there probably weren't forests like that, because that's all, do you think that's all man-made? Is that planted? Because like that, I'd be surprised if that is planted forest. Do you think that could actually just be all natural forest? Because it is pretty badass. But yeah, it's definitely, if you're into your stones and your rocks and your trees and how nature has evolved and how water can just be seeping out of the stones, this is a cool walk to go on, definitely. Or it's just like, look at that! Look at the roots and everything are just coming out. And the trees are hanging over. Also, when it's windy, I had my hat on earlier on. Not because it was cold in any way, because I'm boiling. So back is sweating. But I was just afraid if a branch falls down and hits me on the head with no hair, definitely going to cause some blood. So I thought, put my hat on instead of like a helmet, looking like a twat walking around with a helmet, just wear a hat. But oh, where's this go? Oh, this looks like a place that could be a very nice view. Tom Weldon. Okay, but wow, look at that. Really actually quite high up. Again, I suspect a sunset or a sunrise shot or something with sun would be amazing here. Go on! Damn, just missed Kim singing full volume. Don't know if you can see it on this, but there's a mountain over in the distance on the other side of Loch Lomond, which looks, it would be so cool to be at the top of. If you can see it, that over there. I'll try and zoom in on the editing suite, but imagine going around the top of that. That would be very, very cool. I'll try and take a photo so you can see it better. Okay, almost 2 hours in, 11,000 steps, 5.5 miles in, 600 calories. We're getting very close to the end of Ben Lomond, Loch Lomond even, and it's like the view here, even though it's cloudy, is really cool. There's like really big ass mountains, the wind hitting the Loch Lomond. You also see a hydropower station over there, and like the actual path that you go, you're traversing over little waterfalls or little rivers. It's really cool. Really, even on a kind of cloudy day like this, it's really cool. You can understand why lots of Scottish poets made poems and songs and stories about this place. Very cool. But serious mountains over on the other side. Like scary mountains, like Lord of the Rings mountains. Hey Kim, saying there's a really weird thing that people do in Scotland or all over the place where they make these little stone statues, and I don't understand how, but they don't seem to blow over. So I'm just coming down to the water here, and I think it's really cool. This thing's obviously taking quite a battering, but look at this. It's like a pyramid of stones that goes up, but yet it's been windy as hell. It's getting battered by winds, and I see these all over the west side of Scotland a lot, and lots of other places, and they're not held on by glue or sticky stuff or wires or anything. They are literally just stones that you can pick off. There must be some kind of like special superpower that they have which stops them from ever blowing over. But really cool. That's the first one I've seen so far on this trip. Maybe there'll be more further up north. But yeah, cool. Oh, we're getting overtaken by some walkers now. Oh. I kind of think that some of this route is really kind of on the edge, that I'd be surprised that even in 10 years time this route is still actually able to be done. You know, maybe there'll be different paths or something, but it's kind of cool thinking that with the amount of erosion and all that kind of stuff, that some of the paths that we're taking just now may definitely not be able to be taken in the future. You know, whenever I've got kids or something and they're doing this walk, they might not be able to do this, or it might be completely different, or knowing that these big rocks may have rolled away somewhere. I think that's kind of cool. And it's not just this bit, there's a lot of it. There's a lot of this route which has really been like, man, this is on the edge, this is really a one person only wide gap to get through. Cool. Almost exactly on time. That's us been walking for 3 hours now. We're still against Loch Lomond. You can still see the hydroelectric power plant. We're getting close to the waterfalls, which is what we're quite keen to see. And it's 11:30, so it's just about to start to rain. I think we're 3 hours in. We've done about 8.5 miles, according to my little step thing. And I think the falls are just about a couple hundred meters ahead, so hopefully they'll look cool just before this rain really kicks in. But you see over there, it looks pretty nasty. Well, you can certainly hear the falls. I think they're just up, just up here. Not quite Niagara Falls, but pretty cool. I think it'd be cool when we go up there. Kind of serious trees falling down beside the waterfall. Again, this would be a lovely place to come in the summer, drive to, maybe even sail to actually. You got very cute little waterfalls, left, right and centre. Cool little bridges. Very cute. Definitely found another scramble point here. This bit will not be here in 5 or 10 years time. But yeah, we are actually, in fact, just walking over some serious fallen rocks down to the water, and like there's a tree just hanging there in the wind. Is a bit scary, but it's just like something out of Narnia or definitely Lord of the Rings. I just imagine like Hollywood crew would love to come here and do a big, like, the Hobbit film scene in here, and then all the crew would get here and go, oh my god, we have to carry film cameras and stuff. What's that about? And Kim spotted a bridge. Cool, but yeah, pretty meaty path. Guessing we go down the way. Really starting to wonder if we've actually gone the right way, because this path is starting to not look like a path, and it's starting to look slightly dangerous. Ride the tree. Come on, Kimbo, ride the tree. Good stretch. Guess this way. There's a race that does the West Highland Way where people like run all the way from Mulgai all the way up to Fort William, and I think the record is something like 20 hours all in one go. And I was like, yeah, that's pretty badass. So if that was on a running machine, that would be like running at speed like 10 kilometers an hour or something like that, or maybe like 8 kilometers an hour. But then you kind of got, wait a minute, you've got mountains to climb, and then you've got like bitch descents like this, which are just like, oh, it's just, you ain't going to be doing this at 10 kilometers an hour on the running machine. And it's also, it seems like the West Highland Way also follows a lot of the Rob Roy way, and it's saying Rob Roy's cave. Kim, should we go see Rob Roy's cave? We're going to go see Rob Roy's cave. I'm not really seeing much of a cave yet. So Rob Roy is a very famous person in Scottish history for something. I really don't know anything about him actually. It's something which I think I should go and learn about. I can't see a cave, unless this cave is like collapsed. Or Kim, do you think it's that way? Yeah. We'll follow Kim this way. Seemed like he was running away from someone and he hid here, I think. Don't know, but looks like a badass cave wherever it's going to be. Maybe he made this cave. Whoa! See, this is us clocking up extra miles, extra steps, extra kilometres, so that we're not just doing the 97 miles of the West Highland Way, we're doing well over 100, easy. I think that's his tiny little cave there. Well, wherever his cave is, it's well hidden. Oh, look at that! Look, sparkliness on the water, Kim. That must mean there must be sunshine. Magic. I think that's us kind of got as far as we can go. Is it, Kim?
I don't know.
Can we go further? I think it has a couple.
It says up there.
Where?
In writing on the wall. Cave.
Really? Okay, I found the big writing which says cave, which Kim was telling me about. Kim can't get any further than that. Oh, Kim looks a little bit sad. Okay, and it says cave up there. Pretty tough to actually get to. I'm shattered already, so cool, that's where Rob Roy's cave was. Badass cave. Time to just try and make our way back. Okay, back on the route? Okay. Like this to be recorded that whenever the rest of the country is having gale force winds, flood warnings, Kim and I are in effective sunshine. It's not raining, it's not even that windy. It sounds windy, but it's not actually that windy. And it seems like this side of Loch Lomond has been totally protected from the wind and stuff. So the wind is like attacking this area, but where the walk is, the wind just suddenly goes up the way, so you don't actually get it hitting you that much. So on the day which is the longest walk, and Kim and I thought it was going to be a horrific walk of just rain and wind the whole way, actually turned out very nice. So far. Look at that! Look at that thing in front of me! Something which I haven't seen for 2 days now. The shadow. And there's a rainbow! Could it be a double rainbow? It is very romantic. Double rainbow. Well, we'll have to see. What does it mean? Could be a double rainbow. Oh my goodness, that has done 12 miles since Rowardenan. 12 miles. Yeah. And Loch Lomond still goes on. Goes on forever. It's like off into the rain, actually. The other thing that's quite interesting is what we've walked. It's pretty tiring. As you can see, it's quite difficult today. Third day, already done 12 miles. Well, we've effectively done the same distance as what we did on the very first day. Not yesterday, but the day before. And you're walking over some pretty tough ground here. The interesting thing though is that every so often there's like built up bridges and walkways and stuff like what Kim's crossing just now. And it's like, who the hell built these? And how did they get them all here? Because there's no road or anything to bring us here. So I'm thinking maybe of project supported by Scottish Nature Heritage. But like, they must have brought it on a boat or something to bring it here. But yeah, otherwise this would be an impassable point. Oh, look at that! That's so picturesque. Right over in between those trees, you can see through the rain, and you can see that little island there. Very cute. But again, we still seem to be sheltered on this side. No rain or wind at the moment. But yeah, kind of cool. Very cool. Now, I think this may be where we say farewell to Loch Lomond. You've been a long, long walk. You can see the rain. The rain's totally battering across it. But yet not here, strangely. You can see the sun up there. And this is the kind of like last spot. And then I think now we go into the hills. We've done 12, 13 miles. So another 8 up to Crianlarich, where we're going. It's been a long slog, that last wee bit. But cool place, very cool place. Like it a lot. Goodbye. Looking for a Loch Lomond monster. Looking for the Loch Lomond monster. Well, I was pretty much right. As you leave Loch Lomond, you're not sheltered anymore, and we've just been battered by the rain for the last about hour's worth of walking. However, oh my goodness, right above me, look at that. That's some blue sky. However, what we're walking into is not so much blue sky. But just now, it's just kind of walking along kind of a muddy path at the side of a U-shaped valley, or a V-shaped valley, or some stuff like that. Yeah, pretty wet, pretty windy, pretty just like, this is just like long now. It's just like, oh, some things just got to do. Just want to hurry up and get to Crianlarich so we can hurry up and get some beer in us, because there's been no places for us to stop and really get a beer apart from that waterfall bit at Inversneck. What was it called, Kim? Inversneed, something like that. So yeah, Kim and I are both dying for a pint and just a little bit dehydrated now. So need to get some juice in us, some booze in us. Just want to hurry and get there now. We've been going for about 6.5 hours. Puddle. So anyway, just gonna stare up at that blue sky for the next wee while to cheer myself up. Just past a little bit called Rowardenan farm. Seemingly it's still another 6 miles to Crianlarich. Oh my god. It's very nice and peaceful just now. There is the sound of the road over there, which I think we were obviously following, but just on a like non-road track. And great views of the hills. Blue sky, but great views of the hills. There's also a big power station here as well. You see all these power cables coming through, which is quite cool. But yeah, off still into the sunshine, into the rain, and leaving the sunshine behind. Damn. But at least it's nice and calm and not raining. No, now it's raining. Damn. Okay, rain stopped again, and just beautiful, cool kind of little waterfalls there. I think, actually I have no idea where this water's from. It's obviously not from Loch Lomond. I think it's going into Loch Lomond. Maybe from, was there a Loch Killen? Because there's Killen as well further on. Or Loch Tay, not too sure. But looks like a cool place to come in the summertime and jump in the water. That'd be quite nice, especially with those views. Like, look at that, those views. It's like a painting. It actually looks like a painting. Really weird. Oh, that was a long one there. Oh, so we're into our hotel. What's this place called? Glen Arden or something like that. Yeah, 21 miles is what it's advertised, and that's what everyone says. But what we actually did, when you consider all the bits of up and down and everything, 24.9 miles is what we've done. A total of 11 hours. Yeah, so we started today at 8:37 and we finished at 7 o'clock at night. So that has been a whopper of a walk, and 2,400 calories burnt. But yeah, no, 10 hours, 11 minutes. Long time. 51,000 steps. So sore. We're getting the bath on, cold water only, and just going to soak in that for about 10 minutes and then just straight up to the pub. Burgers, burgers, burgers. And for dinner tonight, Kim and I are off to the local pub, the Rod and Reel. Now, I just want to eat so much. If you work out 100 calories a mile, I've done 26,000 calories, or 100 calories. Wow, that was so good. Don't understand how they don't have Michelin stars in there. Kim, how many hairs did you find in your... Okay, Kim found one hair, and it was a big one as well. Mmm, delicious. Can't wait to come all the way back to Crianlarich just for the Rod and Reel.
But it's okay because they only charge us for 2 pints a given.
And they didn't even know how to work their till. Brilliant. Kim and I are now hobbling back to the hotel, where we'll give a rundown of today's events. Give your review to the camera, Kim.
It was really hard. I didn't really have very much fun. And I felt like crying a couple of times.
Right, Kim says she felt like crying. It was really hard today. It was meant to be 21 miles, we did 24, 25. Absolutely shattered. We've both got lots of sore bits. She's got quite a few blisters. I've got some random rash going on in my leg, and my bits below my kneecaps are really swollen. Don't know what, you know, the tendon that goes from your kneecap to your shin, really swollen, really annoying, quite sore, actually difficult to walk in just now. So tonight, water, ibuprofen, definitely getting some of that in, but that 21 mile potential trek wasn't enjoyable, especially with the wind in our face, the rain in our face, and it being 21 miles of tough terrain. Like a 15-mile jog, piece of cake. 20-mile jog, piece of cake. 20-mile walk over tough terrain with wind in your face and blisters in your feet and rain in the opposite direction of where you're going doesn't make anything easier at all. So today was a tough one. Tomorrow is almost as long, again, but seemingly it's meant to be a lot easier. We'll see how that is, because we really need it easy. I would love to have a day off tomorrow. Don't see that happening, so we've just got to go and batter it again. I just hope that I can actually move my legs in the morning. So ibuprofen, lots of water, maybe a cold bath in the morning as well. Yay! Yes, I've got the hiccups.